The whole point of using digital amp modeling is to avoid lugging around a heavy tube amp, right? Funny thing is, getting a proper digital modeling system that is almost as good as a tube amp is 2 to 3 times the price of a tube amp. Why don't we keep our tube amps and pay someone to carry them around to the gig with the money we save from them not getting a digital system?
And what in the hell could this be? Hey everybody, it is Friday, Saturday? Oh, I don't know. It's probably... Hey everybody, it's time for SMG Viewers Comments, the show that's about you, not about me. Now at the time of shooting this, I'm still getting over the worst case of food poisoning I've ever had in my entire life, so fucking bear with me if I'm not my normal, pleasant self. Anyway, this show's about you, not about me, so let's get right to your comments and questions, and hopefully we get some interesting questions for once. Let's get right to it.
I love all the people ripping on laptops and ripping on the only bands doing anything for using them. Never seen people so dedicated to not saving time, money, space, and their backs. One day I will have a crew for this, just another version of the temporarily embarrassed millionaire.
Yeah, you know, I absolutely love that analogy. I've said this right at the get-go, right at the very beginning of this show, how to get your band ready for the studio. I've never seen a group of people more dedicated to interfering with their own goals as musicians. And you know, you've got a great point there, that line. One day I will have a crew for this. Or on the other hand, one day you won't. In the meantime, yeah, save your back. And if you're too embarrassed to carry a laptop, which doesn't make any fucking sense to me at all, get one of these. This is $399 and we'll do everything a Kemper or an Axe FX will for like 1/8 the price or something. What is the fuck? Great, now I gotta do the fucking math or I gotta have 8,000 nerds out there. You got the math wrong, you got the math wrong. Okay, this will cost you about 1/5 of what an Axe FX or a Kemper will cost you and does the same fucking job. All you gotta do is add on some chorus and delay. Oh no, not that. And no, your chorus and delay pedals aren't worth an extra $1,400. No, don't even fucking go there. Nice fucking try, Mr. Trying to justify my Kemper purchase. Seriously, this weighs nothing. It's $399 and we'll do the whole amp thing and do it really fucking well. Then all you need is one of these. This is a Seymour Duncan Power Stage. This is a super clean solid state amp. These things are just freaking awesome. And then get yourself a nice, easily priced like Harley Benton 2x12 and you're in business, and that's all you're going to need. Stop making a big fucking deal about this, guys. The technology has arrived. Get with it or get left behind.
The transition to generic 2D modern metal is complete.
Well, I said that back in 2014. Where the hell have you been for the last 8 years, Jason?
I remember when I started playing guitar, I bought new guitars and changed pickups thinking it would make me sound better. Then I realized that I sucked at playing guitar because I didn't practice. I stuck a little less today. Thank you.
Well, here's the thing, Mark. Practice will help your technique. Absolutely. It certainly helped mine, that's for sure. But it's not going to change your tone. It's not going to make you sound... from 1 minute, say, let's say Hetfield on Master of Puppets, and then sound like Dimebag on Cowboys from Hell in the next. Pickups aren't going to do that, and tubes sure as fuck aren't going to do that. You need to find out what speakers the guys were using and use that as your jumping off point. Now, whereas Dimebag tone's concerned, the Randall Jaguar is the speaker that they used on those records. That's why it had such a unique sound. But as for the Hetfield tone on Master of Puppets, we've got it down to 2 candidates, but nobody can give me a straight fucking answer. Remember what I said last week about having a famous guitar player hanging out with him and he couldn't even tell me what speakers were in his cabinet? Yeah, this is what we're up against, folks.
Whoa, that's amazing. I never thought of adjusting my amp. Incredible. Are you going to solve the mystery of the pyramids next? Oh wait, my weak-ass pickups still sound weak. Nice try though. I guess my guitar's problem is that it just needs to be playing some overly processed, distortion-laden little dick metal tones. Then all you need is marking. Yeah, genius!
Wow. Sounds like Steven spent an awful lot of money on new pickups that really didn't do very much to his sound. That's okay. I'm sure they impressed your mom.
People hate things they don't have. With your viewers, it's common sense and talent.
And you know what? I am absolutely grateful for all the viewers that this channel has. Even the grumpy, whiny bitches like you, 308 Media Mike. Thanks so much for stopping by. Maybe next time you can try contributing something worthwhile to the show instead.
People denying today's technology when it comes to solid-state amps or amp emulators are going to be falling behind here very quickly. The time has arrived to put the tube amps in the closet for good.
Well, like I said, what I've been seeing over the last year or so has really changed my tune on what digital modeling can do and what it's capable of. And, you know, I got a whole lot much more room here to shoot in because of that technological advancement. I was considering going out and buying a whole new building. I was looking at dropping several $100,000 on a new facility so I'd have more room to shoot in. Really, all I had to do was pay attention to what's going on with technology and take advantage of that technology. Suddenly, I've got more room to be comfortable in right where I'm at, and I didn't have to drop a whole lot of money to do it. So that's a win in my book. You know, are there always going to be Luddites? Yes, there are people who are going to cling to the technology with their cold, dead hands. I mean, like, and that's fine. Tube amps are fun. Tube amps are great. But I don't need a wall of them here to make my show. That's painfully obvious. That being said, I still might get a mixing console in here. We'll see what happens anyway. Time will tell. Is it necessary? Absolutely not. Will it look cool? Oh, fuck yeah.
Glenn! I don't remember if it was asked before, but can you do an episode on the very bare minimum gear you need for mixing and mastering, both digital and analog, and for not a lot of money? I'm not really interested in the recording gear for like bands and since you already did that video on the $1,500 recording studio challenge 5 years ago. I'd really love to see a video on that in the near future.
All right, I think I could do something like that. I think that's a great idea. You know, I did want to expand on that and maybe make a bit of a series about it. Not to mention, I could probably update the $1,500 recording studio video, probably make some massive improvements on it because it's been a few years since that video came out. And I think there's been some real advances, especially in terms of monitoring, affordable, good monitoring, that weren't available back when that original video was made, where I think we could do some cool stuff as well. So yeah, that might be something I'll be looking into later this spring and into the summer. I think that's going to be a really cool idea. So thanks very much for the suggestion. You can look for that. Thanks again.
I'm 72 grand in debt from audio school, and all they taught me was how to plug something into something else. You're gonna have to work the rest out your own anyway, school or no school.
Yeah, that sounds about right. And unfortunately, you know, a lot of the diplomas from those recording schools really don't mean jack shit. All they do guarantee is that you can plug one thing into another. And even then, it's not a guarantee. So, you know, anytime I get a kid coming to me from recording school looking for a job, I'm like, okay, great, what have you done? You know, great, you went to the school. Let's hear your demo reel. What can you do? What can you show me? What are your editing skills like? Can you do video as well? That's another thing that really pisses me off. You know, I was talking with a kid last year. I met, you know, I ride bicycles, you know, during the warm weather, and this kid takes the same trail as me. He says, hey, I'd like to come work at your studio. I'm like, great. He's like, well, I went to this school. Perfect. Do you have any video skills? Well, no. I'm like, well, it's more than just audio these days. Most studios are going to be doing more than just audio. And if the recording school you're looking at isn't going to teach you even the basics of video editing, don't even fucking bother. Save your money. Just learn on your own. That really pisses me off that kids are getting shortchanged for this stuff. That they're thinking that video and audio are two separate disciplines. It's like, no, it's the whole fucking package these days. And if schools aren't going to teach you that, save your fucking money.
If pickups don't matter, Glenn, compare Amazon ones to Dunkin's.
Well, pickups do matter. It matters that you have them and matters that they don't feed back. Are there going to be massive differences in tone? Probably not. You know what? That's not a bad idea. Oh, well, compare Amazon's to Dunkin's. You know what? Great idea for a show, asshole. That would definitely prove my fucking point. So you know what? When I get back from vacation, I'll order up a set of Amazons. I've got enough Dunkins kicking around in here over the years that we pulled out of other guitars. Sure, why the fuck not? That sounds like fun. I think I got some JBs kicking around. Great idea. Challenge accepted.
I honestly don't know why people get so butthurt over the fact that something's come out that's improved on what the Kemper popularized. Technology marches ever onward, and sooner or later a product will come out that dethrones Tonex in the same way. Doesn't mean you can't enjoy the Kemper that you bought recently, just means it'll be cheaper on the secondhand market now.
But I spent money! Kemper's the best! I spent $1,800! It still has to be the best!
What's all this BS about changing the speakers all the time? The truth is that the amp head is what determines the tone of the instrument.
Guys, you remember when I said that there's no such thing as a stupid question, but there's plenty of stupid statements? Let me introduce you to Daniel Frost with that absolutely moronic fucking statement. Here's the thing, Daniel. I've done the work. I've ran the tests and published my results that can be reviewed by anybody in the community at any time. I've got a video called What Actually Changes Guitar Tone. You can go look it up right here. And I change out the amp heads and show what happens when you use 4 different amp heads on the same piece of music with the same speaker. And then what happens when you change out 4 different types of speakers. What makes the biggest difference in tone? It's not the fucking amp head, you fucking know-it-all dimwit! Fuck! Here's the thing. If you're gonna make a boneheaded statement like that, be sure to back it up with verifiable evidence. publish your results. Stand by your words. Well, we all know that's probably not going to happen because that would require doing work, and it's far easier just to shoot your big fucking mouth off than actually fucking back your stuff up with anything anybody else can verify. But that's the nature of the internet. I'll tell you this, man. I'll stand by my work. Can you stand by yours?
So, the sound comes out of the speaker. That means it doesn't come out of the nitro finish. A really nice speaker is $200 to $300, which is way better than $5,000 for a guitar.
Well, somebody finally gets it.
Sometimes adjusting the height of decent pickups like Roswell's and Wilkinsons can make them sound way better, and you can shut up with them talking about pickup swap.
Well, sometimes they can. Under what circumstances do those sometimes matter? I'm kind of curious, because I just did a video on the island there with Colin Scott where we did exactly that. We started making pickup height adjustments, and we thought while we were playing them, oh wow, this is making a big difference. And then you listen to the playback, the part that you record where you verify your results and realize, hey, there's not a big difference going on here. It's far less than what we perceived while we were playing the guitars. And that's because we didn't have the in-lap sound. We only had the playback sound. The part that actually fucking matters. So no, I'm not gonna shut up about the pickup thing. I'm gonna keep driving home the point till some of you guys start fucking learning something.
Why is it that feel doesn't really get mentioned in these kind of discussions? That's the one most important aspects to me.
Yeah, I gotta say the whole feel thing, right? That's so fucking important, isn't it? I mean, this sure as fuck doesn't feel like a guitar. And neither does this. This feels kind of squishy. And wet. This doesn't quite feel that like a guitar sound either. But this feels like a guitar.
We all know your view on Tonewood. You're starting to sound like a vinyl or CD album on skip or a one-trick pony. As much as you rant on this and force your opinion on the viewers, wouldn't it be better to let others form their own opinion on a topic that won't harm anyone no matter what side of the discussion they side with?
Oh, dude, now you're starting to sound like a religious apologist. Oh, let people believe what they want. It doesn't harm anyone until they, start putting scanning radar in school grounds across Canada and find thousands of bodies in residential schools that the churches ran. Is it as bad as that with Tonewood? No, but people are still getting screwed out of their money due to misinformation. Oh, get this, Tonewood. It's going to make your guitar sound so much better. No, it's fucking not! Save your money! Don't be an idiot! The whole point of this show is consumer advocacy, and I will fucking take on bullshit as I see it. And I will not make an apology about that. I talk a lot more about other things than just Tonewood on this show. We talk about speakers, we talk about mic placement, the different types of speakers. There's all kinds of production lessons on this show, in case you haven't noticed. Actually, I've been doing some behind the scenes stuff here, been doing some drum tracking over the last couple weeks, got a couple of cool episodes coming up. We're gonna be looking at hi-hat removal from snare mics, and we're gonna be taking a look at some of the new Roswell mics as well, which is gonna be really fucking cool. Got a lot of cool stuff coming up. Oh, and in case you didn't check it out, make sure you watch my Slate VSX review as well. That was very revealing, and it was unsponsored, why I put the VSX up against my absolute beautiful Adam S2As back there, which are not fucking cheap in the slightest. And I think they did a pretty good job against it. So instead of bitching about me, bitching about Tone, maybe fucking pay attention to what comes on this show. Fuck!
I decided to conform to the speakers are the most important thing. Turn all the amp settings to 0 because that doesn't matter. And so far, I've tried 20 different speakers. They must all be defective. I can't get any glorious tone out of any of them.
Did you try turning the amp on, genius? All right, everybody, that's it for this episode. Thanks for watching, subscribing, all that good stuff. And if you haven't hit the subscribe button, please do. It's going to be a wild ride this year. We're going to be taking a look at a whole bunch of different new speaker types and trying to find some new fucking guitar sounds and break out of the vintage 30 mult. I think that's going to be exciting. We're going to be looking at some new recording techniques. I got something really cool coming up when it comes to miking vocals and using distance with the mic in harmonies. It's a really cool piece I did a couple weeks ago up in Toronto. Still putting the finishing touches on that video. The really cool ones, unfortunately, take some time to do, that's for sure. So please subscribe so you get updated when all that stuff comes out. It's going to be an awful lot of fun. And thanks to everyone who has subscribed already. We're already past 500,000. I am ever so grateful for all of that. Anyway, that's this episode. That's my opinion. If you don't like it, go fuck yourself.